Yeah, I guess you got it right. Are you reading my mind?
No,
Oh, you heard me
just
say
like,
basically it's your ride or die. That's someone, the confidant.
I forgot
Guys,
to
so-
mention, guys, he also does law.
Ladies
And don't
and
forget,
gentlemen, you are now tuned in to Wisdom with Nelly and
Sanbanani Dimelang and Absheni to everybody out there. As you know, it's me again, the lady of the wise, the queen that reigns supreme. And as you know, I am not always alone in studio. I have got this youth activist all the way from Soweto, eDUBE. Please help me welcome Ofentse Mabe. Boo, 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 boo.
Well, thank you for having me, Nelly. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for gracing us and honoring us with your presence, Ofentse, today. How are you?
It's a pleasure. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great too. Okay, so please tell us more about yourself and what you do.
Okay, I'm Ofentse Mabe. For the viewers at home, I'm Ofentse Mabe from Soweto. I'm a youth activist, so I do a lot of things where it involves youth as a whole, to help them discover themselves and be comfortable with who they are, come out of the comfort zone and, find themselves in anything that they're doing.
Okay, you mentioned being a youth activist. Why did you choose to be a youth activist? What was the whole idea behind it?
Well, to be a youth activist, I realized that I never had a leader that led me the way I want to lead the youth. So I'm becoming the father figure that I never had. So I'm, actually looking forward to lead the youth and make sure they find the way that they need to, go to. Yeah.
Okay, so you said a father figure, so which means you never grew up with a father?
Yeah, I guess you got it right. Are you reading my mind?
No,
Oh, you heard me
just
say it.
like you said, like father
yeah.
figures. I'm like, okay, this person never
never
grew
had,
up with
yeah,
a
yeah,
father.
yeah.
So, can you tell us how was it growing up without a father? Did you face any challenges?
Guys, I might cry. It's very sensitive. Okay, let me try to answer that. Okay. On my side, I believe that it was very tough. Growing up without a father figure, you get exposed to a lot of people, and a lot of ideas outside that you need to be a man in this way. So you get to collect all those father figures and put them in one, not realizing that it's messing you up, and picking up from all of those father figures and trying to make it one, making it like try to your fatherhood or your something like that. So it was very tough for me because I was a troublesome kid, because I thought maybe I wasn't maybe wanted enough or cherished enough, at that time. But now I realize that God throws challenges to his soldiers to carry it well. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you got exposed to certain things. What are those things that you got exposed to?
Well, I got exposed to, I was a troublesome kid. Bullying, number one. I used to bully other kids. I used to, be a troublesome kid.
So, in you bullying other kids, was it because you never had that love at home?
No, I had love. I had love. Actually, my
Then
mom,
why
my
did
family.
you? Okay.
I was raised by women actually, but they really gave me love. They really gave me comfort, but- yeah, so I respect women with everything, So, obviously, as a boy child, you need someone who's gonna guide you. Like that father, that the father figure is gonna guide you. That this is how you do things. This is not how you do things. This is how you, this is how you face the world. This is how you know to do it. So I really never got that opportunity to have a leader tell me that this is how you do it. This is how you handle. This is how you boost your confidence. This is how you
So, in other words, the high rates of bullying nowadays is caused by children not being trained properly at home or having a single parent raising them.
To clarify on that, how you raise, they say charity begins at home, but how you raise your kid has nothing to do with how they behave outside.
Ooh,
well, it does
true,
at some certain point.
To a
It does,
certain
to an
point,
extent.
that's true.
Yeah, to a certain extent it does, but it doesn't really mean that if you were giving your child love and warmth and guidance at home,
They expected to go and show out that love outside.
like outside.
Yes.
So when they get to the world and they get to the other side of the wall, they start behaving in a way that you never taught them. So obviously they adapt other behaviors from somewhere out there, as we all influence in some way. Yeah. So not having a father figure can also have that
little bit of
impact,
influence.
But a mother figure and some mother love, it outgrows that. You don't feel lost because the mother's love is very important, guys.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Like, I disagree. I don't know, guys. I disagree when they say a mother is more important than a father?
It is.
I disagree. No.
I believe so. I believe so. Guys, what do you think?
No, I disagree because I feel like both parents play a different role in your life, and their roles that they're playing in your life are very important. So when you say one is important, one is not important, I disagree because I grew up with my father.
Yeah.
So for me, it's on a different perspective. No, both of them are important in my life. I kind of disagree when they say fathers are less important and mothers are more important.
Oh, Nelly, well, I guess, everyone has their role they play in someone's life. And, well, it depends on the gender too, it depends on the gender, because there's a difference if a boy is raised without a father figure, and there's a difference when a female or a girl child is raised without a father figure.
What's the difference?
So obviously, if you were raised without a father figure, so you expect to have a father figure outside and date someone who's older than you to get that guidance and love, you know what I'm saying? At some point, that's what
we just
happens.
touched on another topic. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what happens sometimes. So you can get that protection and love from someone who's a bit older than you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
So you're saying that why most people date older people is because they're looking for some form of father figure or mother figure in their lives?
Not exactly. Some people have preference.
So like they prefer older people.
They prefer older people. It's a preference, yeah.
It's a preference.
I'm not really saying that if you don't have one, you're gonna, date older people. It's just preference, guys,
So what's your preference?
Preference? I guess I don't have a type. I just, someone who's open enough for me, someone who's gonna build me and help me reach my potential. That's my type.
Yeah. Okay, what you said is true because like there are some people who are meant to be in your life that are gonna contribute to the growth and who you're gonna become in the future.
For sure.
Then there are some who are gonna diminish that grace and that potential for you to be who you're called to be in life.
Yeah. That's actually a nice, it's a very informative topic, So there's people who are called the confidant. So the confidant, I want to explain here. Sorry about that. The confidant.
I forgot to mention, guys, he also does lawyer.
Don't put me on the spot, nah.
All that diction.
So guys, a confidant is basically someone who is there in your life. It's not a seasonal person. It's someone who's gonna go through the highs and lows with you. If you on the wrong side of life or for the law or whatever it is, they're gonna be with you whether there's storm or rain or whatever. It's someone who's gonna be there with you. Basically, it's your ride or die. That's someone who obviously, makes sure you get to the height that you need to reach.
It's called what?
Confidant.
Yeah,
for sure.
So do you have your confidant?
A few of them.
There can't be few confidants.
Okay, you can have more than one, right? So a confidant can't be like your spouse only. It can be your mom, your dad, your sibling. So I have a few of them, people in my life that stuck with me through all that bullshit that I've been through. Sorry for cussing, but I'm just expressing myself. So I've had a few people that have been with me through thick and thin for me to be where I am now. So I appreciate you guys.
Okay, so being a youth activist, you know what the youth goes through. So in your own way, since you say you want to be a father figure to the youth in some sort of way, so what are those ways that you're going to implement or try and help the youth? Because there's a lot of things that the youth are facing and that they're going through. So if you could just tell us more of how you're going to tackle such situations. Because there's a lot.
There's a lot. Yeah.
And I'm sure you could also relate to some of them.
Yeah, the youth they go through a lot. I can relate because I've been in that situation. I'm also actually learning I have a mentor who's actually teaching me how to transgress and how to, maneuver through those, hacks in life.
So mentors are important, in other words.
They're very important. So just to answer your question is that me being a leader and a father figure to the youth, that need help, it's me actually educating them, number one, about career guidance. Career guidance is very important on career guidance, believing in yourself, confidence, you know, being confident with who you are and accepting and appreciating things in life, small little things in life. Yeah, so that's what I'm actually trying to do when it comes to career guidance and helping
I think
them.
with career guidance is a good thing because we've got a lot of some young people, like, they drop out and there are reasons why they drop out of varsity, you know. Some could be the fees are not being paid, others could be they don't love what they're doing, you know. So let's talk about such issues like dropping out of varsity or even high school, in fact.
Yeah, it comes back to, you know, the topic the point that I touched on. You know, you cannot control people's behaviors out there, what they project onto you. So when someone drops out, we should look at facts like, what are they going through? You know, it can be a problem at home, financial problem. It can be that, you know, at school they're not comfortable with who they are, or they're getting bullied. You don't have the same self-esteem and you don't see things the same way. So some people choose to stay away from that negative, you know, place, not forgetting that it's gonna benefit them in the future, you know. So school is a place where it needs to be comfort and safety for learners not to leave. Or it also happens in workplaces. People abscond because of, you know, their managers or their superior, you know. Yeah, so I believe that's something that we need to fix. Yeah.
And also I feel like parents need to also support their kids in their career choices. I feel like that's another big one that has been an issue.
Yeah.
But umama wants you to be udokotela and you don't want to be a doctor. For example, you want to do something else like teaching or something that is weird that parents don't find as umsebenzi. For example, in media, like when I be involved in the media and they're like, no, ayiki mali, I want you to do this because I know there's money in this profession.
So I think it should come to passion. Number one, it's passion. You cannot do what you don't love, or you won't do it properly, you know. So I think for parents, the advice I'd give them out there is that just support your children in whatever they're doing, as long as they're not going on the other side of the law or not transgressing the law, as long as they're doing what they love. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I appreciate that because I got like a family that's supportive. I knew first instant what I wanted to do and they supported me throughout. So I love that about them. When I chose to play soccer, they supported me until I realized that I want to go to school and change who I, you know, change my identity and change who I am and do things differently for me to touch people out there and, you know, influence in the justice system. So yeah.
Speaking about change is a personal thing.
Yeah.
It's something that happens on the inside.
Yeah.
It's something that somebody tells themselves, I am going to change.
Yeah.
So I feel like nobody can change anybody.
Yeah.
It's up to them. But they can influence the change, but I feel like the decision to change starts from that person. Because in life there's a time for everything. And there will be a time where these people are going to change it. Be like, you know what? I don't like this kind of life I'm living. I feel like it's not for me anymore. I have to do something better. Even with their character. Others could be bad at some point or have some bad habits. But as time goes by, they're like, no, I've grown. I have to outgrow certain things.
Yeah. I agree. That's true. Change comes from within. Change comes from a perspective whereby you've realized that the certain things you were doing doesn't benefit you at this specific time.
Yes.
So change is evolving, you know, taking it slow and easy with yourself and being honest with yourself that I've evolved. I feel
like being honest with yourself is very important.
It's important. And knowing that I'm not the person I was last year, so I'm definitely going to change. We can be speaking like this, Nelly, and tomorrow I'm a different person.
Yes.
I respond to things that I responded today in a different way.
Yes.
So change comes in a lot of ways whereby people influence your behavioral changes and everything like that. So it's important to know that there's seasons for things, you know.
Yeah.
Now is the season for, you know, for harvesting, for example, you know.
Okay,
and then next year's season for extracting, next year's season for packaging, next year's season for, you know, distributing. So you must be honest with yourself and allow yourself to go through those changes.
Yes, go through it.
Yeah.
I feel like going through the changes, going through the emotions helps you grow personally and also emotionally as well.
For sure. So it affected me in a way that I couldn't appreciate people, around me, and when they told me that this is not working for you since you doing what you're doing and you studying what you're doing, so you can't lean on alcohol like that much. So it really did affect me, whereby I didn't appreciate those, I couldn't see clearly the vision of what I was doing.
Then how did you break free from that alcohol abuse? How did you come out of it?
I used to exercise, I used to work out, so I got, refugee when exercising. I found a new home in the gym.
Yeah.
So that's
because you can't take excess alcohol in gym.
Yeah, you can't do that. You need to it's either you exercise or you drink excessively, but you can do both. But I decided to go to the gym just to keep my mind preoccupied.
Yeah, the gym really helps, eh?
Yeah, it does.
With the mental health sometimes.
Yeah, I kind of, I used to, but yeah, I need to go back. Yeah.
Let's speak about mental health.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a deep one.
That's a deep one. I feel like a lot of people, not even young, a lot of people are suffering from mental health. How do you stay in check? How do you balance things with the emotions?
It's very tough, eh?
Yeah.
Mental health is very vast and it's very broad.
It is.
Because there's all sorts of sicknesses, mental illness, there's depression, there's bipolar, there's anxiety. So I guess you need to always realign yourself with what you want to do. And if you feel like it's too much for you, you're overwhelmed, just take a break. Don't give up, but take a break. Step back, analyze everything, and then you can continue in a pace that where you feel by you can move by.
It goes back to pressure though.
Yeah, it comes back to pressure because young people feel like they're late. You know what I'm saying? They feel like I'm reaching 30. I haven't got a sports car, so I need to put pressure on myself, which is not. Life begins at 40, guys. Don't put pressure on yourself.
I disagree with that saying. Sorry, I mean
okay, not literally, just figuratively speaking. Not like but it does begin at 40. Because in the 20s you're just making your mistakes. In your 30s building.
And I feel like as a young person, be young.
Be young, enjoy.
Yeah.
Make mistakes.
Be young, enjoy, make mistakes, learn. If it means you go you go in on, then you fail, it's okay. Learn, because I feel like fear is a big enemy.
It's a big enemy, yeah.
Fear is a big enemy.
It is.
So if you say no, I won't do this because I'm scared I'm gonna fail, no, be young. As a young person, be young, because that time won't be there.
It won't be there.
As we spoke, Kuri, there's a time for everything. The time for you to outgrow that level will come. Exactly. Be young, enjoy being young. But when we say be young, we're not saying go and do bad things, start living your life recklessly. No. Be young as in enjoy being young, make those mistakes, be naive at some point, but learn and outgrow and move on.
Yeah, that's what actually young people need to learn, that you need. There's enjoying life, guys, and then there's destroying your future, guys. Know the difference. If you know the difference, you'll be fine. You'll know that I'm enjoying my life.
Give us some itsingana of what is the difference between enjoying your life and destroying your life.
Okay, enjoying your life comes in a vast form. Enjoying your life might be, partying, going to game nights, going to clubs, enjoying. But the moment you cross the line of enjoying, and where you get distracted from the things that you need to do, you don't go to school anymore, you messing up with your savings, that's where you actually kind of destroying, because it's going to catch up with you in your 30s, because it's a cycle. You're enjoying it for now, but as time goes you realize that I wasted 10 years.
And enjoyment is always there, Buffett.
Enjoyment, guys. Enjoyment, guys. Let's chop life, enjoy. Chop life.
You didn't come to suffer.
Yeah, you didn't come to suffer. Enjoyment. Any enjoyment, so call me, guys.
It kind of takes us back to balancing your life.
Yeah, balancing.
You balance izinto. You don't just then or one is decreasing. I feel like you need to balance every single
I feel like the reason people get impatient, they don't understand God's will and God's plan. You might be going through what you're going through now because God wants you to learn His word or learn His ways or to live by His will. And then once you know His word, He can bless you with what you want to be blessed with.
Okay.
Because He knows that you.
I see where you're going.
Yeah, because He knows what you need, your heart's desires. So
I feel like basically He's equipping you for the bigger things He has for you.
He has for you because you need to be strong mentally, emotionally, and physically. Because we all have different blessings. You know what I'm saying?
Different graces. Yes.
Different graces.
Yes,
So
yes.
be prepared in a different way. Prepared differently for different people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So, tell us more about your journey of Hore. I have to wait and hear what God says or what God wants me to do. As you mentioned, that living according to His will.
Yeah.
So, with you, how did you know that you are living according to His will?
Look, it wasn't easy at first. I was doing some self-introspection, and it took time to find myself.